Hello, everybody. This is Lord Goose from the RNG Network. This is me from the future and also the past, and I'm here to warn you about something. This episode, and only this episode, unrelated to the topic, was affected during my transition to a different country. It was left behind, and through the retrieval process, the file was damaged just a little bit. What I'm trying to say is, the audio you're about to hear is not up to RNG standards due to complications. We here at the RNG Network hope you can forgive us for this. We guarantee much better quality podcasts going forward. Thank you for your time, and we hope you enjoy this episode.
You going for that late night jazz host thing? Hello and welcome to EFF Network. Tonight we're going to be talking about some conspiracy theories. We're joined today by Frontal. Go ahead and say hi, Frontal.
Hello.
And our buddy Goose. Say hello, Goose.
Hello, hello.
Wait, have you already started recording?
I was recording for quite a while now.
Hell yeah, that'll be great. We need Trail back in here though, so I can get him.
He was in the wrong VC. He was in a Hangout chat.
Wow.
Man, what
imagine.
a nerd.
And then there's we're also joined by our friend Trail here. Hi, say hello, Trail.
Hello.
And we're going to be talking about some conspiracy theories.
Perfect. Oh, was that you actually kicking it off?
No, that was me doing.
Oh.
I mean, if you want to use it, you definitely can. I was just doing my best impression of like a late night jazz host.
I was feeling it.
I was feeling it too. That's why I was curious. But I mean, normally we start off, catching up with people and see how everyone's doing. So
all of us just talking as like a smooth sort of jazz sort of voice, and like, hey guys, how's everyone doing today? Well done.
Hello and welcome to our podcast. I'll have to be eating my mic. That's fine. That's the way we like to.
Trail, how have you been lately? Trail.
I'd be good. I love Rocket League and chalky milk.
Wait, was that Fluffacoon or was that Trail? I couldn't
Fluffy or Trail? Well, no, not me.
I fucking love chocolate milk. I love my wife. Boy, oh boy.
That does sound like him.
All right,
Oh boy.
Perfect. But no, Trail, for real. How have you been lately? Everything good?
Been all right, chilling.
How's
working.
How's the house coming along?
House is coming along. Doing a little bit of painting. The wife's doing like all the painting.
Ew.
Now has a couple days out. Yeah, painting sucks.
It's my worst. That's the thing I hate the most about like resituating a house and moving in is repainting everything.
Yeah, she's been doing
resituating a house.
Yes. Well, okay. In my case, well, no. When you move into a new house,
Please.
What? You peaked.
Resituating a house.
Yes.
I did.
You did.
Resituating the house.
No. Fluffy, how you doing, buddy?
I am exhausted. I've had a real busy weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah, my cousin got married, so I had to drive a couple hours to go to that, and then I drove a couple hours back the same day. I got back this morning at like 3 a.m.
At 3 o'clock.
I went to work. Yeah, and then I went to work after. And I just got back to my brother's house where my other cousins were there from my mom's side.
Working on a Sunday?
Yeah, man, overtime.
That blows.
Just another manic Sunday.
Overtime, but you know what I did when I finished the actual work?
What's that?
I went down and I took a shower while I was still clocked in.
That's the best kind of shower. It's when you're paid to do it.
$1, I make a dime. That's why I shower in company time.
Beautiful. And then frontal.
Yep.
Didn't you work today too?
Yeah, I've been working all afternoon. Yay!
Yeah, you just got off.
Hell yeah!
I mean, off of
Just
work.
finished work.
Yeah.
Well, could have been both. Could have been both.
Good save there. Good save. Solid save.
Yeah,
save.
I had to cover that a bit.
Cool.
Yeah.
I had a very exciting call.
A very exciting call.
Yeah, one of the girls I used to work with, she used to work on a call line, and she used to on her breaks just like sign in to do like these sex chat lines.
Oh,
And she's like, yeah, it's like you do it on a break in the break room at work. She's like, yeah, I'm like naked and on a bed, like she's literally just having a sandwich on a lunch break. Yeah.
so they're
That is
faking
awesome.
it. Ugh.
Fake it till you make it, I guess, right?
Literally.
I wonder if she ever like told the truth to somebody well on the line, and they were just all about it. Like, what are you doing right now? I'm having a salami sandwich, extra mayonnaise, extra mayonnaise and cheese on
Green
some
salami. Oh hell
rye,
yeah.
on some rye bread.
You got any veggies on that sandwich?
You're darn right I do. I got some red onion.
Yeah, darn.
Raw red onion.
No, God. Instant mood kill.
yeah.
Nope. I hate onion with a passion.
Well, then it definitely wasn't you on the phone.
It's a very strong opinion to have of a vegetable.
I fucking hate red onion. Said nobody ever.
I fucking hate it with a passion.
I do, dude. Well, onion makes me
raw
throw
red
up.
onion. I give it the side eye every time. Cooked onion, I'm okay with though.
See, that's the weird part. If it's sautéed and mixed with something, or it's like an addition to like a sandwich or whatever, it's fine, perfectly fine. Raw onion.
Like, but how do you get from point A to point B if you just
it's
hate
easy.
raw onion?
You just never stop being a child and just develop your palate.
Have you ever had pickled red onion?
Ooh.
No.
That's really fucking good. There's a place, actually just had it yesterday night. There's a place kind of by here. It's a pulled pork sandwich, and they put pickled red onions on it. And go ahead.
Okay, that would be worth trying, but I don't know if I could get past the onion. Personal opinion.
Well, you're gonna have to.
I know. I'll adapt at some point, but as of right now, it makes me physically like seize up and gag as soon as I bite into one.
I mean, that's fair. It's not fair.
Whoa.
What?
You don't bite into a whole onion, you weirdo.
No. Like even just like a bit of onion. Just
eat it like a fucking apple. You. What the fuck?
Yo, my dad used to do that.
Holes? Calm down there, stand the yell nets.
Fun scientific thing. I remember watching this on like a science show on TV in the UK once. It was like for kids. But like, if you fully block your nose so you can't smell and cover your eyes so you can't see, people couldn't tell the difference between an onion and an apple.
That's a lie.
Like in a taste test. I saw it happen live on TV.
Cool.
Yeah, because that wasn't altered.
You know what? I think this is a nice segue into our topic this week.
That's
that's a conspiracy hardcore.
Get you to eat onions.
No onions. Hard pass.
Apples are just sweet red onions.
No.
Prove me wrong.
I will easily.
No, onions are just sour apples.
No, that's also a lie.
I would like those onions.
No,
onions are actually just ogres.
Well, they all have layers, right?
What about cakes? Cakes have layers.
Can ogres be cakes? Or cakes be ogres?
Multi-layered crepes?
Cakes could be ogres. Cakes could be ogres, but ogres cannot be cakes.
Really thin
That's
pancakes.
True. Wait.
So, where are we going to start with these conspiracy theories? Because I have none. I'm not a conspiracy theorist.
Cool.
I'm sane, unlike you chuckle fucks.
Podcast over. Thanks for coming, guys.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Bye.
No. Does anybody have any to start off with? Like anything?
The apples, potatoes, and onions taste the same.
Okay, we're skipping that one. We're skipping that one. That's a total lie. You will never catch me trying that. I'm gonna upload a video of me trying it at some point.
Yeah,
just to prove you wrong.
If you cut an apple, it'll make you cry.
Wait.
Yeah, this is gonna be one of those special things on the Patreon. If you donate like $15 or more, you get the video of us trying these conspiracy theories that we're allowed to try. You know, like onions versus apples thing.
You probably shouldn't try all of them.
No,
I personally would pay £15. I personally would pay £15 to watch a goose eat an onion.
You're gonna have to pay a lot more than that to even get me to do it. So.
I'll come visit you. How about that? I will personally feed you the apple and onion.
We'll hog tie you and then put it in your mouth.
Just don't.
Wait, can I volunteer for that? Actually, I want to be the hog.
You're
sick. Heyo.
I mean,
and that's been another fucked up moment with Fluffy.
But I do believe. I think Goose had a list of suggested.
I do.
Prompts.
Yeah. So I just Googled conspiracy theories, and I have a list of 16. I don't know if we'll get to all of them, but we can bring one up. And
We can come back.
wait, what?
We can
Conspiracy
come
one.
back if there's more we miss.
So conspiracy one, hand shot first. Yes, he did. The original edit. Excellent.
One A.
Sorry.
I don't even know what we're talking about anymore.
Okay, read the birds then.
I don't know anything about Star Wars. I know nothing about Star Wars. Or is that Star Trek? No, just kidding.
No, my no.
Battlestar Galactica.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I can see our subscribers going down as he talks.
Yeah, who, me?
Yeah.
What is Star Trek? Who's San Holo?
Stop it. Oh, no.
Actually, no. San Holo is an EDM artist.
I'm pretty sure that's the guy from Star Wars. The
Star Wars. That's the best farm I've ever seen.
That's a different website. I post that one here.
Don't Google that, guys. Don't Google it.
Google it, but
no.
don't blame us.
No. So this one might be a little bit. I have one here to kick off with before we keep getting sidetracked. This one might be a little bit more closer to frontal than any of us, but maybe we've all followed it. Princess Diana's murder.
Couldn't give a shit.
Right.
Let's start with there are two types of British people: those who care about the royal family and me.
Wait, so you're just alone by yourself in that?
Yeah, just me. Just everyone else is like in the streets parading for the Queen and stuff. And like, like I know several members of the royal family, but I don't view them as like big special deals or anything.
Yeah, they're just people.
I view them like the Kardashians. I don't care. Exactly. Indeed.
So getting us on topic, I believe the conspiracy you're talking about is that the idea that what allegedly was the official line is that the car was getting chased by a bunch of paparazzi who were getting overzealous. An accident happened, people died. The conspiracy was that one of the paparazzi bikes had a powerful flash of light come from it, which blinded the driver, which caused him to die. Now, most people would say it's paparazzi. It's a fucking flash on his camera.
Yeah.
But see, so
there were people saying that like because they pissed off the Queen sent these her elite paparazzi ninjas out to kill him, and it's like, yeah, maybe not.
Yeah,
maybe it's just paparazzi being assholes because paparazzi are assholes.
The little brief thing that I have pulled up on that, it says something about paparazzi, but nothing about a flash or anything like that.
Yeah, that was the big thing that was in all the documentaries and stuff at the time. Because being British at the time, we had documentaries. We've had documentaries on Diana like every fucking year for the past fucking decade, 2 decades, something like that.
Gotcha. Yeah, so apparently, according to this, there were just claims that the accident was in fact assassination by British intelligence agencies at the request of the royal family. But according to where'd it go? The coroner's jury concluded that Diana and Fayed, whatever, were unlawfully killed due to negligence. Yeah, they were unlawfully killed due to negligence by their drunken chauffeur and pursuing paparazzi. But it doesn't say anything about a flash, unless it just doesn't explain and go into detail about it.
That was one of the original details. Was that one of the motorbikers had a flash that blinded the driver because someone said they saw a flash of light. It's paparazzi. They have camera to flash. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so I mean,
but I'd like to think that like if you're a secret agency, you're not going to hire a bunch of people with cameras to fucking kill someone because that's just fucking stupid.
Or maybe it's so stupid it's genius.
Exactly.
I mean, that's a thought. That is definitely a thought.
Here we are to start more conspiracy theories. If you zoom in on the left here, you can actually see the flash of light.
Click.
I do apologize, by the way, that I may use the F word a lot this episode because I am British and
Only this episode?
Only this episode. Every other one I'll be perfectly fine American. Hey y'all, how y'all doing?
Wow.
Okay.
Always
All
use my
right.
phone.
That's
Wow.
that is. We're saving that for another episode. We're gonna tackle that little.
Just because you
bit of,
dated someone from
information.
Texas doesn't mean that we all have that same accent. Question mark? Is that the word I'm looking for?
I'm sorry. I've been speaking in the wrong accent this entire time. Howdy, y'all. How you doing today? We're gonna be playing some DBD, baby.
some
When
DVD.
you gonna put the when you gonna put the accent on?
Shut up.
Listen, frontal.
Should I move on to the next one?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay. Do we want to touch the moon landing thing?
Sure.
Okay.
We've been to the moon, and right, okay.
We've been to the moon. That is it.
It
There's
happened. Get over it.
There's literally like right. So when they went to the moon, they left for doing measurements on distance and stuff. They left some reflective discs on the moon, so that they can aim a beam up to the moon. The beam comes back, tells them exactly how far away the moon is, because they have these special scientifically done reflective discs. So we know we're up there because we've left stuff up there.
right.
But what if they left that disc and then like there's a little bit of wind and then it blew dust over top of it and then they couldn't shine a laser at it anymore?
Then by your own admission, we'd already been there. So what's your point?
Exactly.
Yeah, you know, it was the southern winds from the Milky Way galaxy coming in hot to blow some dust over.
Hell yeah.
And here's how to prove that wrong. The conspiracy theory that we left stuff on the moon, glow dart guns, through the disc up there. Prove me wrong.
I can't, and I won't try.
This is another moment with what the fuck is Fluffy talking about?
The real conspiracy question here is right. So we're always told that I was going to say Edward Norton. That's not wrong at all.
Neil Armstrong?
Neil Armstrong was the first man on the moon. But who was
Edward
recording-
Norton.
But who was recording him getting off the shuttle? Who?
Buzz Aldrin.
E.T.
Lance Armstrong. Just kidding.
No. All right, we'll let you phone home once you record this guy getting off this ladder.
That's one small step for man.
One of the other like things around that is like it's like but there's no wind on the moon, and in the videos the flag moves, and that's just called inertia. You know, they did it on MythBusters where they put a flag in a sealed environment, so it took all the air out, so it was a vacuum, and then shook it, and it just moves like the wind.
Really?
Yeah.
Science.
Whoa.
Science is crazy, man.
Science really is. And that's not a conspiracy. That's just true facts. You can't argue with science.
Science in its best form is perceived as magic.
Give me an example.
I mean, it's not. I mean, I guess really it's just compared to the level of understanding. Like a caveman sees fire. A caveman just thinks it's like some wild magic, but really it's just a chemical reaction.
Yeah.
I disagree.
They don't understand
Science in its best form is a really fucking bomb ass sandwich. Oh yeah, science.
Bomb ass sandwich.
Bomb ass sandwich.
I like the science video of the lady. She's holding like two beakers full of clear liquid, and she like pours one into another, and then pours it back into the other one, and then mixes it for a second, and then clear liquid just goes black. And I was like, "Whoa, have you not seen that before?"
Oh man, there's quite a cool thing on TikTok. There's like a site like this.
Is it Nile Red?
It's a guy from London, and he's got like the sort. I mean, this is going to not mean anything to anyone right now, but he has the Charlie accent. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Right. He goes through chemistry experiments on TikTok, and he's just like, "All right, then now we get our man dem over here. We put this in here, and then boom, it goes out of this." So it's like.
I don't think I've seen it, but I can try to look that up at some point.
I'll look it up and forward to you at some point. It's actually pretty. It's A, like kind of funny, but B, it's like it's kind of cool in that he's putting forward like actual science to kids in a voice that they may not have heard it before, sort of thing. You know?
Yeah. Okay, I don't think science. Well, science might relate to conspiracy, but I'm going to try to kick us back on track. Actually, this one might be super related. Fun fact: chemtrails.
No, okay.
It's fake.
Wait, what?
Weather is made by the government.
Yes.
Well,
no.
yeah.
So
That's one I've heard. There's others. Yeah.
yeah, let me explain real quick. So as airplanes travel, they leave behind them. This is coming from the website, so the way it's worded might be a little bit weird. As airplanes travel, they leave behind them long water condensation trails called contrails. Don't know if that's true, but whatever. These cloud-like tracks dissipate quickly, but to some conspiracy theorists, these condensation trails are much more nefarious. The chemtrails conspiracy theory holds that condensation trails are full of other chemicals that scientists and governments are seeding into the atmosphere. Why? Pick your reason. It might be biological warfare, population control, geoengineering, attempt to manipulate the weather, like Trail said. Yeah. A lot of researchers are saying that it has an impact on global temperatures. By chemtrail believers who think that they're part of a large-scale conspiracy to secretly spray unknown chemicals into the atmosphere. According to Harvard University's David Keith, 2016 study debunked chemtrails scientifically, finding no evidence of unusual contrails or unexplained contamination of the environment. But true believers are not swayed.
Yeah, because they know the truth. But science.
Yeah, again, science. Even if it's debunked. Like,
what if like the chemtrails, like when they dissipate, they make like a cloud if they do it right, and then really it's just like rich people that pay for clouds to be made. Like if they're in the area, like I want some shade. Hey, whatever planes are going over this area, have them do some chemtrails and make a cloud. It's too sunny here, and then they're like, okay.
So you think rich people are paying airplanes to create clouds for shade?
Yeah.
So I've got a question.
I'm not saying that it's hard to believe that. I'm just saying, what if?
I've got a question. How much weed has Trail smoked before?
Before a decent amount, but it was a very, 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 very long time ago.
Is Trail becoming the new Mr. Crispy? Find out on this next episode.
Nah.
Who the fuck is Mr. Crispy?
Mr. Crispy is a very under the influence sin.
Oh.
Yes, he turns into a whole new person.
Is it like it's alter ego? Okay.
Yes. So people who watch the streams or hear about Mr. Crispy, they know. Some of them know exactly who we're talking about. It's it's quite fun.
I'm gonna address Trail's concerns in that.
A
flight plan has to be made. It's quite some time in advance. You can't just say, excuse me, I'm rich. I want someone to fly over top of me right now and make a cloud.
All right, well, then apparently your brain didn't understand what I was saying. So, yes, obviously I know that flight plans are a thing, you idiot. I'm just saying, if they say, hey, I want clouds here, then they could be like, hey, planes that are already scheduled to fly over that way, make some trails. And then they make some trails and they make some clouds. Not like, scramble the jets, we need a cloud over here.
I mean, I don't think they're making money from making clouds. I think they're making it from transit. I'm just putting it out there.
Why can't they do both?
Because
you're stuck in the box, Frontal. I'm outside the box. They can't do more things than one. That's what Blazer is.
Trailblazer is woke.
You haven't seen you haven't seen a plane go over top of you and make out a billowing cloud that expands.
I've worked on planes and watched them do it. You fool!
You worked on
wow.
Trains and automobiles.
Jesus.
They make a very thin, narrow trail. It have to be very accurate with where the sun is for the 10 seconds that it would be there. Like
if only we had science.
So okay, random input. I looked up another list and I found a good one.
Okay.
So
land on me, baby.
You guys ready for this craziness?
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Disney created Frozen as a distraction.
To what?
Have you guys heard the theory that Walt Disney froze himself? The whole cryogenic technology he was trying to.
Because he had a robot body that he was mincing up children and keeping himself alive by the hopes and dreams of small children. Yeah, I remember this.
Yes.
Specifically Cuban children.
He's basically like if you ever played Wolfenstein, the original, with the robot Hitler at the end, that's basically Disney.
I haven't played it, but I'll take your word for it.
But robot with Disney's head.
Mecha Hitler, basically, is what it is.
Yeah. Gotcha. But apparently the theory reads as people have long discussed a conspiracy that Walt Disney used cryogenics technology to freeze himself when he died, even though the Disney family refutes the claims. However, a new theory is that Walt Disney Company created Frozen as a way to hack Google's search algorithm and distract consumers from the information about the late Walt Disney's possible frozen procedure.
What?
I mean, I think
Holy shit.
Yeah.
My boy's gonna
Yo.
make a movie and hack Netflix.
That's actually pretty in depth, I'm not going to lie.
And
But-
Frozen 2 is a second attempt because clearly the first movie didn't do it.
Yeah, well,
no,
they
the
realized.
second one was just because of Olaf.
Yeah, they
First
realized.
one, hack Netflix. Second one, aw.
And then what about the third one that they're going to be making?
That's back to hacking, probably.
Back to hacking.
It's a hack wholesome sandwich. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
so.
Hack
When I,
by
type,
wholesome sandwich.
when I type into Google, Walt Disney Frozen, the
Yes.
most common searches finished that is body, head, after death, photo, theory, on ice, body pictures, brain. So if that was
Wow.
it didn't work very well.
Disney needs. They got some work to do then. That's what that's telling me.
Even if I type it into the full Google search result, first result is Frozen Disney. Second result is Walt Disney's body frozen? It hasn't worked. If that was the case,
All right. If you type in Walt Disney, yeah. If it was just Disney Frozen, it'd probably be a different story. But that's just me thinking out loud. Because if you type in Walt, it's gonna obviously try to pull up information on the Walt Disney.
yeah, but if you're looking for information on Disney being frozen, then that's what they're trying to cover up. Then
You're right. I'm not arguing. I'm just.
you are arguing why you argue with me.
I'm just stating my thoughts. That's all I'm doing, man.
I will concede if you type in Disney Frozen, then it goes to then the predominant results are Disney's Frozen because that's.
He did say specifically on Netflix, though.
I did not say Netflix.
I thought you did.
No,
Never mind.
Google search algorithm.
Disney's movies are not on Netflix because they're on Disney.
Disney Plus.
Disney Plus,
Now they are.
which is
Disney.
Conspiracy was before Disney Plus.
geez, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's another one that I tried to bring up earlier, but we intentionally saved it. Birds aren't real. I don't know anything about this one.
So
The
I
birds
think
work for the
I think-
bourgeoisie.
I used to have a pet bird. They're real.
I think there's two sectors of it. There's like ones that there's some people that I think actually think like none of them are real, and then there's some that think like a good amount are real, but not all of them.
What are they then?
Cameras for the government, and I'm not joking.
That's why
That's
they're,
what
they're
I'm pretty
always
sure.
on the-
I think that's what the theory is. But Goose has
But
it.
the cold harsh truth of it is, without having like stupid technology for birds, but like flying drones, camera things, the government has a massive coverage of pretty much every public location you ever have of cameras.
Yes.
Yeah, now they do with the birds.
They have way more than just
Pigeons
birds.
aren't real. Pigeons aren't real. Show me a baby pigeon. You can't. That's what I fucking
he's
thought.
right. They're all big.
He's broken
Holy
it.
shit, that my
And
god,
yeah,
that's
actually-
Jason Bourne.
Actually, the fact that he says that, I think that is one of them. I think that they say
Yeah.
birds are real, but pigeons are the only ones, and like all pigeons are fake.
Yeah.
But they're not.
How do you know that?
Have you ever dissected a pigeon?
Can you, without a doubt, say 100% every single pigeon on the entire planet is real?
Yes,
No, you cannot guarantee that. You cannot guarantee that.
I can. I just have.
Okay, you can think you can guarantee it, but you can't actually guarantee it.
I mean, if you're saying you're a pigeon, yes, every pigeon that is a pigeon is a pigeon. True.
By your opinion,
It depends on how they
No, what?
identify.
you can't say no. You can.
I can.
I mean, you,
Well, he
you can physically. Yes,
You're-
you can say
you're li-
no.
You're literally giving him so much more ammo. You just need to stop talking.
No, I think I
you're,
won't.
you're giving him different arguments to argue on, and he's just going to be like sipping his tea, going, "I can say no, actually, and I just did." And you're like, "But you can't do that." And he's like, "But I just did." And then you're gonna be like, "But you can." He's like, "Mm-hmm."
So, Fluffy, what you don't understand is my work. I have two people that are software engineer type people, and they just love to sit and complain about technicalities. So I'm used to it. So that doesn't bother me at all. I'll go round and round. I'll Captain America
Fair
it all
enough.
day.
All right. Well,
I
I'll
just
see you
wanna
guys an
point out
hour
that-
later. You guys have fun.
I just want to point out that charging stations for these birds that work for the bourgeoisie are the power lines. Why do you think they all stand on?
What
them?
did you
Come
just
on
call
now.
it?
So Trail, where do you stand on
The
doves?
birds work for-
Bourgeoisie.
The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
Trail,
What
where
is-
do you stand on doves?
Why do you what?
Stand
Where do
on
you stand
doves.
on doves?
That's going to be a lot of doves. That can't support my weight.
Yeah.
Nobody knows.
What-
Why do you stand on doves?
A dove's fake or a dove's real?
Where do I
Don't answer.
stand?
Yeah,
Don't,
where do you
don't
stand? Where do you
answer.
stand?
Don't answer, Trail. It's a trap. He's going to get you.
I think it's possible that there could be some that are fake. There is technology that exists where they could be made, but do I think that there's like a group that's making like an armada, like a flight of the fucking Concords with doves? No.
Good, because doves are in fact pigeons.
Okay.
He
They're
almost
just a
had
different
you.
they're just a different
Yeah.
genome of pigeon.
Good cover for that, Gerald. I'm proud of you, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
But yes, according to this this theory that I've pulled up, a lot of people are saying that they are just surveillance drones made by the U.S. government.
But
Yes.
they don't need to. The thing is, like, if they wanted to have surveillance drones, your government would just have fucking surveillance drones.
Yeah.
They literally changed the rules. Like I
Yes,
think it was
but
like
then you look-
5 years ago. I think it was. They changed the rules so that they can put surveillance devices in your fucking bins. You know, that was literally in the news like about 5 or 10 years ago. I can't remember when it was exactly, but it was in the news. Like your government, and the American government specifically, is very high on monitoring its people and being not being very secretive about it. You know, like it's even
Yeah.
a common drink. It's a common joke amongst everyone. Like when you talk about something like on Discord, and you say something a little bit risky, like "Hi, Mr. FBI agent, and welcome to our chat." You know, it's so pervasive that it's a joke that there's always someone listening to you.
There's an actual FBI agent on the other side, like, "Hey, how you doing, man?" Just kind of
Like,
listening.
if you want to talk about actual,
Tell them, man.
if you want to talk about actual surveillance things, how many of you have like an Alexa or like a various other media device that
Oh, for
responds?
God's sakes. Yes, I have one of those.
Then you already have a listening device in your house that records
Right.
everything.
Right, but here's the thing. I don't care. They can listen to every damn thing I've said.
Would you feel better if they made it look like a pigeon?
I still would not care. I would just
So-
be like, hey, I want one.
Exactly. So my point, they could just put a drone there because they could put it in your house, market it, sell you to it, you buy it. They don't need they don't need to put drones out. They've got cameras and microphones in your house that you buy and put them.
This is true.
Yeah, but those are the obvious ones. The people that are onto them and don't get the things that you buy and sell, those are the people they have to get with the pigeons. Because they don't have phones. They don't have Alexas. They live in the trees, so they need a pigeon to go get them.
And buildings and rafters and rooftops.
Yeah.
And yeah, now that makes sense. Can we move on from the
It's-
birds? I feel like that one was a little.
We can. We can.
No.
Do we want to touch the flat Earth one?
I used to know a girl at work
yeah,
who
we
believed
can.
in the flat Earth. She was the stupidest person I ever met. Honestly, she had a day off work once because she knocked herself out by walking into her boot that she lifted up. You know, that's the sort of person that's. a flat
Hold
earther.
on.
I'm
Hold
sorry.
on.
Say that again slowly and in
No.
actual English, not England English,
No.
actual English.
Right. So the girl I knew was a flat earther was so stupid. One time, she came to work, opened her
Uh-huh.
boot, walked
Her
forward.
boot. Wait, her boot.
Her boot?
Boot.
Like a
Alright.
purse?
Trunk. 1 second.
Briefcase? Oh, I think he's got a
Oof.
call. I think he's got a call.
Her boot.
So yeah, obviously there's a little bit of a difference here. If I was to type in
So-
like British boot, do you think it would just show me a
It's
boot?
like a car trunk.
Oh,
Oh, a trunk.
oh,
okay,
gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes much more sense. Thank you.
And
It's
everyone in Europe.
British people.
Well, I mean, like, I get that. It was kind of a rhetorical question.
Oh, I see.
But no, it's she walked. She literally like opened up her boot, walked into it, knocked herself out, and got sent home.
Wow.
That was the person I know who's a flat earther. I'm not saying there's a link, but like head trauma, probably why.
Gotcha. That makes sense. I don't
so
think.
she opened up her trunk and knocked herself out.
Yeah, with the
Yes.
trunk that she opened. That's the only person I know is a flat earther is that degree
Question?
of.
Answer.
Question. Was that trunk like super spring loaded, like trapped? Did
No,
someone just
she
like
walked in. She walked into it.
air? She walked into it, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like she like popped
Like
it
she
open
opened
and
it,
like
walked away from it.
it didn't. She opened it, walked away, walked back, went. Okay, I'm clocking out for the day. Bye.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. That's
So
funny.
in my head, I pictured her hopping out of her car after she parked it. She goes to open the thing, and it just shoots up and hits her in the face. Nice 1-2 hit KO. Trunk hitting her hitting the ground, and that was it.
But like going back to the original topic, so we're going off a little bit on a diversion.
Sorry.
But flat Earth, like you can look and you can see things coming off the horizon. That's because it's not a flat Earth.
Well, yeah, see, there's a documentary on Netflix, and it's all about flat earthers. So apparently, they have like a huge yearly convention that they hold in America, because and towards the end of it, they were showing all these ways where like some of the things that they said made it sound like it was legit, but like, we know it's a sphere.
Where do they believe the edge is?
Well, see, though, that's the thing. They were trying to run like an experiment, and this is how the documentary ends. It's awesome. Like, I mean, like maybe I shouldn't say it, but it's just hilarious because whatever. Their experiment was they found like the farthest stretch of like flat ground that they could, and like they put a wall on one side and a wall on the other that was like a mile and like a quarter or something like that away, and then they put another one in the middle. And they had all of them built to the same height, and they put a hole in those walls at the same height. And they said, we're gonna shine a camera through this hole, and then we're gonna have a guy shine a light from the hole that's on the far other end, and we should be able to see the light because it's all flat. And then it cuts to the guy with the camera, and you can see it like zoomed in, like a blurry hole way off in the distance, and they have the guy at the other end on like a walkie-talkie, and they're like, all right, I forgot his name, whatever. Like, Brian, like, are you holding the light up? And it's all dark, and he's like, yeah. And he's like, I can't see it. And then they're like, oh, that's weird. And then they're like, well, like, put the light above your head. And then all of a sudden you see the light appear, and they just cut to some music, and then one guy goes like, huh. And then it's like the end of it is just them proving themselves wrong. It's so fucking golden. Oh my gosh.
That's
like the whole
phenomenal.
rest of the documentary is good because like it's just crazy hearing some of these people, but then like the ending of it, just them completely debunking themselves is amazing.
That is kind of funny. It's like shooting themselves in the foot at that point.
Yeah.
Huh. Interesting. I've never worked with anybody who was a flat earther. Is that like a derogatory term nowadays? Am I allowed to say that?
I mean, I'm sure. Yeah, I wouldn't say it is, but then really, if you get
probably don't know how
enough
to search
people,
for it, so I wouldn't worry about it.
if you get enough people that throw a fit about it, it will become one.
That was good, Frontal. Jesus, you're on fire today. All right. Let's do another one. Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, nasty.
Where does it live?
Loch Ness. You weirdo.
Loch
What?
Ness. You
In
fucking...
Frontal's backyard.
Where does it live? Loch Ness.
Yes.
Hence the name Loch Ness Monster.
Yes.
Every single picture of it has been revealed to be a fake. Let's be clear about this. I've been to the Loch Ness Museum, where they have like a bunch of stories about the Loch Ness Monster.
Mm-hmm.
One of their most popular ones involves a guy walking back from the pub when he saw the Loch Ness Monster cross the road, and that's why he was late home. I'm going to put forward that he was just pissed and fell over. Yeah, I don't think the Loch Ness Monster, if there is one, is crossing the road.
No, definitely not. My thought on this is that it probably was real way back when, and it's just been passed on throughout the ages. That it's still a thing now for some reason.
I mean, it's not even throughout the ages. It's only been a thing. It's like in the last 100 or so years, and like I say, every photographed evidence of it has eventually been revealed to be a fake, including the notorious one that everyone sees with like the neck sticking up. That was they admitted that was a fake. Just it keeps getting kind of swept away, and people saying, "No, it's real." Like the people who made it said it was a fake. So let's believe them maybe.
Are there any
Yeah,
of
yeah.
those types of animals that you think is real frontal?
Excuse
like,
me?
Could you
like
define, please?
Bigfoot. Do you like? What do you think about Bigfoot?
Bigfoot is just me.
That's fair. That's fair.
Aw.
Ew.
Bigfoot found a home,
Fair
guys. That's
enough.
why nobody sees them anymore.
I mean, have you ever watched all these shows where people are going out looking Bigfoot and miraculously no one's ever seen a fucking thing?
I mean, can't argue with it. Realistically.
People are like, oh no, like all the Bigfoots, they communicate by hammering sticks against trees and making noise. Of course they do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I've got one.
Echolocation. Sorry.
Breaking news, guys. Bigfoot is a dolphin.
I don't think it would be that high pitched, honestly. It'd probably be like,
Yeah, probably. Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's Bigfoot, probably.
yeah.
So I have two contradicting conspiracies, which is kind of fun to poke fun at. The Titanic. There's a lot of people saying that it didn't actually sink.
It actually sunk.
Yes,
Except
and then
for the,
They,
the ship that's on the bottom of the sea.
they found the ship at the bottom of the sea. So
right. No, I know. I'm just saying that there is one theory out there, according to this list, that the Titanic actually didn't sink. And then I was like, okay, well, we'll keep scrolling a little bit, and then there's
first
another
time I looked at
one.
this one.
There's another one that says that the Titanic sank due to a solar flare.
Right, first, right, let's start with the first one.
Okay.
It actually sank. My stepdad is one of his relatives was the guy who designed it, and when it went down, he committed suicide. Like it was a thing. It was a thing. It had a very big impact on on that part of my family. Like it was a genuine thing that happened.
Gosh, understood.
Secondly, solar flares. How the fuck would a solar flare sink a kid?
I don't know, man. A
I
study.
mean, one of my best friends, Ben, who some people may know as one of my mods, he did in 20 probably I want to say 2012. He did a study into the impacts of solar flares upon electrical equipment. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, all my screens just turned off at once. I thought everything power gone off. And generally it slowed down internet speeds, but other than that, there was no effect from the because he was writing his FYP while there was a period of solar flares.
Gotcha.
Well, it caused a delay on like wireless communications. Other than that, had no impact on electronics.
So the theory here states that a study recently discovered that the northern hemisphere was experiencing a moderate to severe magnetic storm on the night of the ship's collision. Similar solar flares are known to cause power outages on Earth and could have affected the ship's radar and radio rescue signals.
As I just said, that's nonsense. And
Yeah, no, I know.
I literally know study. I know people who've studied it, and it's not true.
I'm just reading what the website says.
I know, but this is me talking about it. I have knowledge on these things.
No,
I
you're
know
good.
things. I know.
You're good.
I'm
not.
not.
I
Ooh.
like how with every conspiracy, as soon as you're done with it, Frontal's like, yeah, no, false. Like Dwight, like Dwight Schrutes it. He's like, actually, that's false. I'm not saying like you're wrong or anything, or like your buddy didn't do it. It's just instantly, and the confidence. I love it.
It's because like the ones that like you're just like, oh, this one's interesting. I'm like, actually, I know I have personal information on both of these.
Back it up, Buttercup. Actually, I've read 7 reports about this and written to myself. Okay. All right, next conspiracy.
Dear God. All right, next one. Oh, this is weird. Queen Elizabeth I was a man.
Okay.
But Frontal, you can't take the lead on this one too?
Yes, Queen.
So firstly, evidence.
It doesn't say there was.
Where's your?
Some believe that Queen Elizabeth I died as a child, and to prevent the end of the royal line was replaced with a young boy. This theory is said to explain why the ruler remained chaste throughout her/his reign. That's weird.
Firstly, it's chaste. Let's not butcher the English language.
Well, you're welcome.
First, it's what?
Secondly, they did it to preserve the royal line and then didn't continue the royal line. That makes no sense.
Or did they? Is it actually just frozen underground with Walt?
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait,
bro.
I don't even know where to begin with that one because like there's no like I never had any proof or anything. I've never even heard of this of that. As a British person, I've never heard that conspiracy.
Well, looks like people are just. It's from a thing called popular mechanics, which sounds.
I mean, I would say it sounds like it's one of those topics that's come up by people being like using like trans-baiting topics to try and get people riled up about things. You know?
Yeah.
Nah.
It's just like but they had an Adam's apple in some pictures or something like that. You know? It's like no.
Well, then obviously that says everything.
Goose, you keep cutting in and out for me, bud.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that's a thing. Let me see if I can fix it real quick. Please hold.
Okay.
That's the weird part, is because I have my
We need a technical difficulties music.
my noise yeah. Well, I have my noise suppression off because I wanted to make sure that it wasn't going to do that. And here it is doing that.
as long as it's not affecting the recording, which is done on a different software, it shouldn't be an issue, you know.
Well, yeah. Well,
I mean,
yeah.
a
The
lot of
recording's
people
gonna
do
hear
it.
my voice, but you guys might have random intermittent cutting out, and I apologize.
Well, if that's the case, then just we don't have to worry about it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thanks for calling it out, man. No, you're good, buddy. You're good. You're good. You're good. Let's see. Is this one more of a statistic or a conspiracy?
So, which conspiracy can I shoot down next? Come on, guys.
There have been 2,032 Bigfoot sightings in Washington State alone.
Yeah, they've just allowed people to smoke weed legally.
Yeah, well, works for me. The abominable snowman lives in Asia.
I mean, allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yes, that's why it's a conspiracy.
Some of these other things on this list is not really conspiracies. They're just
Bigfoot's and the abominable snowman and wrap it under the same umbrella. Like, if there were these things roaming around in an age where everyone has smartphones, I think we'd have a lot more pictures of them.
That is a valid argument.
Yes, it is.
Or he's
for-
adapted to the modern technology. And his fur actually disrupts light so that you can't get a good picture of him.
He's not the predator.
He's basically Mecha Bigfoot.
Oh my.
He's not
Megafoot.
Megafoot.
Mechafoot.
That's just frontal.
Yes, it's just frontal.
Megafoot.
There have been countless sightings of a Loch Ness-like monster at Flathead Lake, Montana.
Again, it's not Loch Ness Monster because the Loch Ness Monster is the Loch Ness.
Yes.
It's a Neopleurodon.
Magical Neopleurodon. Some believe the chamber behind Mount Rushmore holds some big secrets. I'm just reading a list. I'm feeling like these are.
Mount Rushmore was a horrible thing anyway because it was like literally like a Native American sacred site that they went, yeah, but we want to put some big heads on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about the other part, but yeah, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah, I do know there's a big thing about it. It was I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head because I'm not as hot on American history, but I know it was a Native American sacred site, and then the government just were like, yeah, but we want to make it into our faces, so yeah, cool, yeah.
Oh, you mean like the whole frickin' country?
Yes. A sinkhole opened up Louisiana, sparking conspiracy theories throughout the state. A sinkhole? When people could not find the body of Maine's 6th governor, Enoch Lincoln, conspirators theorized about its whereabouts. Like, These aren't really theories. None of these sound like actual like Jimmy Hoffa.
What about that guy, the bank robber that disappeared and no one ever knows who he was?
Jimmy
Kurt
Hoffa.
Cobain.
No.
Jimmy Hoffa?
Shut up, Trail.
Are you talking about? Okay, so what's the one about Jimmy Hoffa?
Jimmy Hoffa made a name for himself as a compassionate and driven labor leader who devoted his life to advocating for workers' rights. Many believe he was the victim of a mafia hit, but a body was never found. Others are convinced the Teamsters murdered him.
Really hard to understand what you're saying when you're cutting out every other word.
Should I sit a little closer?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm trying to hear you and I can't.
No, I know. I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix it. Who is that guy that you're talking about? Bank robber who was never caught?
Yeah.
Who fingered Freddy?
No.
DB Cooper, that's the one.
Yeah, DB Cooper. That's based on a movie, or a movie was made based on that.
It's like the other way around.
Okay, so what about him though?
He gets used as a reference in like even in Loki. There's like a scene in Loki where it's revealed that Loki was DB Cooper and that sort of stuff. Because it's a man that he appeared one day, stole a plane, hijacked it, got lots of money, and then parachuted out and was never seen again. And there's like
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
He only had 200. It said apparently he had about $200,000. That was it, or unless that was just the ransom.
Is there any about the Bermuda Triangle?
Bermuda Triangle. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot.
Don't some people think it's like a portal to like a dimension or some shit?
Yeah, but it's not. So.
Wait, my uncle's actually a portal physicist, and he studied it and said it's not actually a portal.
There's actually 7 chilling conspiracy theories about the Bermuda Triangle.
Hope you're warm, because you're about to get chilled.
This doesn't say any... Oh, wait, yes, it does. Rogue waves. Some of the waves researchers posited could reach 100 foot in height while scientists work garnered a ton of attention. It couldn't explain what would cause an airplane to crash in the Bermuda Triangle. That's nothing. The Bermuda Triangle is one of the 2 places on Earth where a compass will point to true north instead of magnetic north. Yeah, there's nothing else here. It gives me a list of things that happened in said triangle, but
huge.
Yeah, wormholes, water spouts, advertisements, more advertisements. Oh, newsletter. Not for what we're talking about.
On the first one you said when you said advertisement, I was like, why the fuck does an advertisement go with this? And I was like, oh.
Yeah, I'm just looking at a list.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not really seeing anything else worthy of being even considered a conspiracy theory. So unless anybody else has anything.
I came into this not having any conspiracy theories at all. I was just gonna go.
Perfect. Asking Frontal for anything, he's gonna be like, yeah, I don't have anything because they've all been solved.
Well, I don't have there's no conspiracies because it's all science.
Okay, so what do you guys know about skinwalkers? If anything.
I don't know. Okay. God damn it, Frontal. You're sitting here, we're getting all ramped up, and you're just like, yeah, they're not fucking real. And everyone's just like, you're not wrong, but like, still.
We're just trying to spark conversation.
I think the people that came up with them did a great job because they're terrifying. The people that like do the videos and edit them and shit.
Yeah.
Because it is pretty terrifying. Just it's not even like super scary. It's just like it sends a little chill down your back. Like there's one where there's someone riding their horse and the horse kind of looks over and you hear someone going, "Hey," and you're like, I wouldn't go over there. I wouldn't go over there because I've seen this fucking movie.
Yeah.
I know not to go that way. So I am going to follow the horse, but also you didn't do much but insert your own voice from afar away going, "Hey."
Yeah. Yep.
That's just Navi.
Exactly.
Hey, listen.
Get the fuck out of here, Navi, goddamn!
Yeah. Oh, that's the same list I looked up earlier. All right. Well, I'm drawing some blanks here, guys.
How long have we been recording?
I'm
Uh,
sorry. I shoot things down too fast. I apologize. I should give you time.
at least we know who to blame.
To
Oh, a video.
I mean-
no, I don't want to listen to the video. Sorry. Go
I
ahead.
mean, so from the etymology, like the history behind skinwalkers and shape changes in general, it's always been around communities that have a distrust of outsiders, and so they've always been like a persistent myth in several different countries in the world, because they tend to be people that are distrustful of outsiders. So they're like, I've never seen that person before. What if they're a monster? It's like, it's a fear of the unknown. And it was more persistent in medieval times, for example, because there wasn't like information shared around as much. So a lot of cultures came up with similar types of mythos of monsters and stuff.
Well, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, to just to represent like the fear of the unknown.
Gotcha.
Now, I don't know if it's a conspiracy, but well, I don't know. I know it's like a thing. I just don't know if it's considered a conspiracy. But you ever heard the story, or I guess the conspiracy of the Straw Hat Man and what Freddy Krueger is actually based off of?
No.
And have you
No.
ever actually heard any stories of? Oh, okay. The three of you are in one VC, and I said the Straw Hat Man, and it's the reason for the making of the character Freddy Krueger. And neither of you three know this story.
Well, I haven't said anything, and neither means two. And they used the three, so technically, But also,
None of you know.
I mean, he wasn't the inspiration. Inspiration Freddy Krueger was.
Oh,
was
Jesus
originally
Christ!
Killer
Here we go. My aunt actually was married to the man who was made by Freddy Krueger.
Oh no, it was actually inspired by someone from I forgot the guy's name again now. From his youth, the writer's youth. By the stories of like of the killers and stuff that were going on at the time.
I found a couple more that seem.
But no, whoa, let me explain the Straw Hat Man. But,
No, go ahead.
I've never heard of the Straw Hat Man before. But I like from a movie person who has watched a lot of Freddy Krueger movies. It was
Yeah, no, all good. I'm
allegedly
not trying to take it over. I'm just throwing out there that I found a few more that might be bringing up, because there's a list here that we haven't covered yet. It says conspiracy, blah 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 blah, and then it reveals the truth because science. So I can at least bring it up and see if you guys know anything about it, and then I can tell you what this website says. I can even link it to you guys if you want to read it.
No, I don't want to read it.
Okay.
I can just debunk it myself,
Yeah, no. That's fair. We're testing your knowledge here. So, Straw Hat Man, anybody? Somebody explaining it?
Yeah, I was gonna try to like explain it from what my memory is, but I would like to explain it actually in depthly.
Like accurately?
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, Trailer was like, "Have you guys heard about the Straw Hat Man?" And we're like, "No,
Well,
like
because-
me neither." Okay.
He's heard of the
I've
name.
heard
That's
of it.
about it.
Fucking Etsy. Apparently, I can't like look for scary stuff. Scary.
So like,
So, the Straw Hat Man basically is like it's a thing where it's been a reported story by multiple people like around the world that have no affiliation with each other. So what gave it some like weird legitimacy. It's like people that get into like a weird sleepy state. They'll think that they're awake, but they're potentially still dreaming, and multiple people, different countries, different languages, different backgrounds have all reported seeing a man who looks like he's wearing a straw hat and they cannot move. And there's more to it. And I have semi experienced something like that one time, and it freaked me the fuck out.
I mean,
Ooh.
sleep paralysis is a persistent thing that causes people to rationalize in their head. It's also the source of most like people being abducted in their beds. It's generally believed to be sleep paralysis. People seeing like demons at the end of the bed. Again, sleep paralysis because people have like nightmares and sort of get frozen in places. They wake up and they're still in that semi dreaming state where their mind starts making things appear real to them. Sleep, yeah, that looks like it sounds like it's sleep paralysis.
I mean, it sounds
which,
accurate.
Again, is the source of a lot of
Yeah.
tales of
Yeah, people when they've recollected the stories and what they remember, they basically they say it's like sleep paralysis because they can't move, or like they feel like they can't move, which is kind of what happened to me. I'm trying to find, why the fuck can I not find it?
I've had a
I
lot
can
of.
say that I've googled Straw Hat Man Freddy Krueger, and I'm now on page 7. I've not seen anything that mentions Straw Hat Man. Lots of people mentioning what's Freddy Krueger's hat called.
Straw
What is
hat.
that called?
The Straw Hat Man.
There doesn't
It's
seem to be
Straw Hat
any
Luffy, everybody.
obvious link from like a quick Google search. I can't seem to find anything on Straw Hat Man specifically.
Okay, but what about Slender Man?
What about
Oh, he's totally real, 100%.
Slenderman is actually Frontal's second cousin.
it probably could be me just reaching out for like the fridge.
I love your enthusiasm.
Slender Man is one of those composite things where, like, he was made online for fun. Like, people started doing image manipulations to put him into pictures and stuff. But then because people are people started saying, "Oh no, he's real." Like, no, he was literally made up by the internet.
Yeah.
No.
It's some 8-year-old kids drawing.
It's the same as like you've all heard the fact the fact of like every human in their lifetime during their sleep swallows like 8 spiders or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was actually originated as a study into people propagating urban myths. So this study it was an American university, I can't remember which one, but they made that fact up and then tried to spread it around to see how easy it is to propagate a myth.
Huh.
Everyone's heard of it.
Makes sense.
And so it becomes kind of ingrained on people as a fact, even though there's no actual basis of it. It was just literally just made up as a part of a study.
Yeah. So, did you want me to touch on these other ones that? Yeah. So this one comes from a Reader's Digest website. I'm not saying that to be. I'm just giving credit where credit is due. So apparently there's a quote unquote dead baby project. So the conspiracy is that the government was stealing dead bodies to do radioactive testing.
What bodies?
Dead bodies to do radioactive testing. Apparently what this website says the truth is that the government was stealing parts of dead bodies. Because they needed young tissue, they recruited a worldwide network of agents to find recently deceased babies and children, and then take samples and even limbs, each collected without notification or permission from over 1,500 grieving families. Yeah.
This is less of a conspiracy and more like, man, governments be creepy.
Right? There's another one called Bad Booze. It's during Prohibition era. During Prohibition, the government poisoned alcohol to keep people from drinking.
Well, here's the thing about alcohol. It's poison.
I mean, to a degree, it could be toxic.
But alcohol is actually a poison.
But it is.
Chemically, it is.
Yeah.
I was doing a voice, but I was being serious.
Yeah.
I've often said that, like, there's a lot of talk in general about like legalizing cannabis, for example, and I've always said that, like, I don't mind, in my opinion, cannabis should be legalized because having alcohol, which is a much more dangerous drug, be free use and it not, that's just a double standard.
That's like almost worse than double standard.
They should either both be banned or both be allowed. You can't have a situation. You can't tell me a situation where alcohol is okay but worse than cannabis.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I mean, I haven't really done one of those, so I have no.
Never drank any alcohol.
Yeah. No, I've probably drank too much alcohol back in the day, but never really monkeyed with the cannabis stuff. I'm sorry that cut out again.
It depends on your obviously, if you have certain mental issues, it can propagate them. For if you have I forgot the word for it now.
Things and stuff.
If you see things, it doesn't help with that.
Yeah. I gotcha.
I forgot the technical term for it, unfortunately, but but the same is true with alcohol. It does the same.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm sure we've all been there where, like, most of the time, alcohol makes you very happy and have a good night. Sometimes you have a really, really bad night.
Yeah. Let's see. Dalai Lama's impressive salary.
Impressive what, salad?
Salary.
Oh.
So apparently the conspiracy is the Dalai Lama is a CIA agent. According to declassified intelligence documents, he's earned over $180,000 in connection with the CIA's funding of the Tibetan resistance, to the tune of $1.7 million per year.
Right, you break it up quite badly, but I'm going to assume you're saying that
God bless it.
1.7 million per year to fight against something. Now, the Dalai Lama is the head of one of the biggest religions in the world.
Yes,
which could buy and sell that amount of money for literally chump change.
Yeah.
Like, when you're the head of a religion, 1.7 million is literally nothing.
Yeah, no, that's true.
I mean, it's not literally.
I mean,
you know what, Trail?
The concept of money is actually, is nothing of itself. This bit of paper has value, does it? I'm not so sure.
Value is the concept, but money is a real thing.
I mean, increasingly not nowadays. Like, I don't carry cash on me anymore. It's just an ephemeral thing that's held in a database somewhere.
Martha's actually got a mattress full of money.
Did you guys? Okay, this one's kind of game related. Have you guys heard of the old Atari game E.T.?
Yes.
Okay. So
is that the one that has questionable?
It was an absolute failure of a game, apparently. Conspiracy is E.T. is buried in the desert of New Mexico. The truth is that the company that created it for the Atari failed so miserably that the company buried unsold cartridges in a desert landfill. And that's actual fact. I've heard about that quite often.
So the first part of that rumor is that E.T., the character from a movie, is buried in the desert.
Yes. But no. There's no proof of that at all.
It's just a failed video game called E.T. actually buried in
Exactly. Apparently Canada tried to develop a gaydar. God, I hate Discord so much sometimes. Did you guys hear that at all or no?
Yes, Canada actually tried to develop gaydar.
Yes.
What?
Yep. The Canada government.
Nonsense.
Apparently the Canada government was so paranoid about homosexuality that it developed a gaydar machine. The truth is, apparently it really happened. In the 1960s, the government hired a university professor to develop a way to detect it in humans, or rather federal employees. It came up with a machine that measured pupil dilation in response to imagery. And the government there, I'm kind of glad Sin's not here. But apparently the Canadian government used it to exclude and or fire more than 400 men from civil service, including military and the Mounties.
Yeah, I mean...
So they just like made some pictures really bright. Like, this people's got small. Get them!
Apparently. It's just kind of silly.
Yeah, it's historically gay people have had it very, very harsh. Like, Alan Turing is like the poster child of like I'm gay, save the world, and they still chemically castrated me, because I'm gay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, it's kind of shitty.
he literally was like, just, stopped the world war by several years and made so much advances for science and things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was chemically, and in thanks for that, he was chemically castrated and committed suicide.
Jeez, so crazy.
And that's the same sort of era as that,
Yeah.
That was the 50s.
Apparently, Alice in Wonderland is about hallucinogenic drugs.
Yeah.
That's not really a theory. Wait, what?
My theory is that it's about drugs. Well, yes, sir, it is.
Yeah. Winnie the Pooh is an allegory for mental illness.
It is.
Absolutely
is.
Yeah. All the characters portray a different diagnosable illness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I related to Eeyore quite a bit.
We also had like. I mean, let's be clear. First and foremost, Goose, you're a Tigger, not an Eeyore. Let's be honest. But
I mean, I could swing both ways. That's a weird way to put it, but
Yeah, I mean, we had all sorts. Like we had like in the UK, we had a TV show called The Magic Roundabout, which was just about drugs and being high on drugs and different types of drugs.
Really?
Were all specific drugs. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Unless you guys have anything else, I've looked through several lists and found nothing more of importance. So I'm good.
Let's go for the biggest conspiracy here. Me and Overwatch being queued against the highest level pro players all the time. What's that about?
Jesus.
You fucking.
I'm sorry. I feel very passionate about this one.
Go ahead, Fluff. Let's hear your input.
Drugs. No. It, for whatever reason, it just feels like whenever we queue up to game in like ranked, for instance, we just get put up against the most try-hard people.
Let's test it out.
Huh?
Let's test it out.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely will. No, it's just like you have the one-trick ponies that are just absolutely goated with the sauce with their one character, and like we're just sitting here trying to like get into bronze, and it's like what if I try and get the fucking platinum, gold, diamond bullshit? What happens then?
It's like I'm sat here in my bronze one healer, and just getting like instantly one shot every time I poke my head out from anywhere. It's like, this is fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, there's a Widowmaker that found a glitch off the map, and she's sniping everybody from across the way, and you can't fucking shoot her because guess what? She's the only sniper in the game, and she can outshoot you.
My conspiracy is that we're being targeted by Blizzard to make the game more enjoyable for the tryhard.
It's the birds. The birds work for the bourgeoisie.
I think it's because not enough of us have the battle pass, and so they're like, well, these guys don't have the battle pass, so let's just feed them to the grinder,
You like say that, I feel like that could possibly be true. Like they might actually be like, yeah, they didn't pay more, or they didn't pay at all. Yeah, fuck them. Put them against the hard people. Make them not want to play our game.
I'm starting a new conspiracy right here, the battle pass conspiracy, where if you don't own the battle pass, you get put into hard. Like I play Fortnite. If I buy the battle pass, I suddenly get a load of baby lobbies.
All right. Good phrasing. No, I know what you're saying though. Yeah. I get it though.
And then then I start playing with Goose. Then I start playing with Goose who doesn't have the battle pass, and suddenly everything's hard, and like Goose is like driving off into the freaking storm and dying.
It's just because I'm bad doesn't mean the game is hard. I make it harder for you, but I'm just not good at Fortnite.
Blizzard's listening on this, and they're going, he figured out the conspiracy theory. Smack his PP.
Zip.
Sorry guys, if we keep getting nothing but try hard games because Blizzard's punishing me.
All right, so I feel like we
should. Bad at the game.
Should we end this episode and then go test that theory?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah, we'll do that. What should we call this? What do we call this one? Frontal beats conspiracies.
Question mark.
Frontal versus conspiracies. Yeah.
Frontal solves the
Frontal.
mysteries.
Frontal says no to conspiracies.
Frontal,
Hey,
the
Frontal, what about
omnipotent.
this one? No. Why? Because I fucking said so.
Reasons?
Reasons? Well, my uncle would. Frontal,
I do feel like I'm like the guy just knows a guy for everything. I'm like, actually,
yeah, well, that's what I was just about to say. Like, we're poking a little fun at you here, but you literally know you have the most interesting life of anybody that I've ever known.
Yeah.
So the fact that you're sitting here going like, well, my uncle's uncle actually worked on the Titanic and fucking offed himself after it sunk. It's like, Jesus Christ, dude, what the fuck? I mean, interesting. I'm not going to be rude and say that that's fucking cool that you knew someone that offed themselves because their project sunk in the middle of the ocean.
Oh,
But,
wait till you hear about my great grandfather who got sent to Australia. That's a fun one.
Wait, did he fight in the war against the emus?
No, but he wrote a book called Old Convict Days, which is like the leading like journal that's used by Australians to like basis of like how life was for them when they were first sent over there as convicts. And we occasionally get emails off like students studying it to try and say like, do you have any extra information about like your great grandfather? Like, no, he died like 300 years ago. I don't know, you know. But
did you ever get to talk with him? Like, no, that's my great grandfather. I'm sorry.
Like I've read parts of the book, and he's basically just like he is like a character from a show where he just like goes into a place and like, all right then, who wants to fuck around and find out, and just beats up 4 people and walks out. Like, the fuck is this guy?
Jesus, that's awesome.
Do you
actually,
take after him. You have to take after him. I imagine that you would walk into a place and do that exact thing and be like, all right, guys, who wants to fuck around and find out? Bop, 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 bop. All right.
That's how he wins
Write about
Fortnite.
this in my journal. Can I get your names and sign these consent forms so I can use your names? Or just come up with an alias. I'll just do it for you. You know what? Never mind. Bop. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Downs a pint of Guinness and off he fucking goes. Off he will fuck.
Fosters.
Off.
Memoirs of a Frontal.
There you go.
So anyhow, so the episode title. What's the episode title going to be?
I'm just gonna call it Frontal : well, actually.
I like that one. I like that
Nerd
one.
emoji. Nerd emoji.
Conspiracy. Everyone looks at Frontal. Well. Oh man, if this ever takes off and we get someone to animate this, I just want it to be perfectly just all of us looking around and talking to each other about conspiracy theories, and then we all just like turn and look at Frontal waiting for something to come out. And he's just like, he's got his glasses on, just, well, I actually had a relative.
What would you? Okay, here's a random question.
What was you?
Just before we cut this, I'm curious. What would you guys want your animations to be?
What do you of like
if you were to be like a character for said animation, what would you want it to be?
Literally, what I have is my picture, but like chilling and talking with the hoodie on.
I want literally what Fluffy has for a picture, but with an evil goatee.
You know, I would be okay with that. I actually like. It could just be like, yeah, I'm fine with that. If that's what you want, by all means.
And a top hat
Fucking-
for the British, you know.
In a top hat, perfect.
Tanuki with a top hat, an evil goatee, and then just the other one just like has a hoodie on who's just like.
So Fluffy wants a Tanuki with a hoodie. Frontal wants to be an evil Tanuki with a top hat and a goatee. Okay. Trail?
I have no fucking clue.
We'll just make you the Octane from Rocket League.
Octane from Rocket League.
He's better than me.
And then it'll be perfect because every time Trail starts getting heated, it's just another different type of Trail thing that's coming out that they have.
I don't know what I would
I'm
do for
assuming-
myself.
Well, I mean, I figured yours would be a
It
goose.
would probably a goose, yeah.
Right.
Actually,
But with like the babiest beard ever, according to Frontal.
Just to interrupt, by the way, apparently my internet is out, but it's doing that thing where Discord is the only thing working.
Oh,
Weird.
So I won't be able to play games, and I may get disconnected any second once Discord figures out that I don't have the internet.
Gotcha.
Discord doesn't know yet. Well, it's a good thing we're ending this episode. Did we want to do the outro?
Yeah, you want to go ahead and do it?
Me?
Yeah, you. Why not?
No, I did the intro. Somebody else does
Me?
it.
All right, Trail said me. You can do it.
I was my what? No.
Why not? Why not? And Frontal's not here, is he?
I'm here, but I can't look anything up because literally every web page is like, you don't have the internet.
Well, you're not. We're doing an outro. We're not.
Right. Yeah, you don't. Yeah, we're just doing an outro. I'm just giving everybody an opportunity if they want to.
Oh, okay, bye guys.
Oh, come on now. Nobody's got anything.
Thank you. Thank you for listening to our episode on conspiracy theories versus Frontal.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you all next time.
Some would say this is a goodbye, but I say no.
And that is a conspiracy theory.
Really, it's a see you again, because we'll talk again.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Well, we don't know that.
Yeah, this is true. Nobody knows. Lord knows
In a
what
week
tomorrow
from now,
has.
You could be dead.
Oh, don't say that, man. I gotta fly across the country soon, or
In a week
across
from
the
now,
world
you could
rather.
be dead.
Yeah.
You're gonna die in 7 days.
Let's
Stop.
be clear, the Earth is flat, so you're not going to fly anywhere. You're going to get on a plane and just going to drive around in a circle for a bit.
There's
I'm taking a sound bite of that.
no.
All right, goodbye, guys.
Goodbye, everybody.